Welcome back to Let's Play Cooking. It's the Gale of Darkness. Blind. Except not blind anymore, is it really? Oh boy, it's been a month. My god. And and throughout October I didn't do any recording for this LP, 5 out of 10, or Wind Waker. So I've got to freaking record more for those now that October's out of the way. It's the 2nd of November. We're uploading Final Fantasy X return to the usual schedule today later on. And then 2 days from now I'll be uploading this part. It's ridiculous, man. And you know what else is ridiculous is now that Final Fantasy X is almost caught up record and upload wise, I have to gonna have to record more for that. And you know how long ago I last recorded for that? Literally half a year ago. It was freaking April or something when I last recorded for that. Anyways, where I last left off, I was can't even remember where I left off. I remember thinking, yeah, let's at least try out the newer version or something. Because it's got a new mode or something, right? A simple goblin, the rules. How do we go into the other mode? Thank you for visiting. Since I'll give you your money back. Tell me, how do I access the other mode? I'm not going to play all of them again, but at least one of them. If you have cleared all cards, we urge you to try the extremely challenging one-panel mode. In the standard mode, you are allowed to flip over any panel that is next to any flipped over panel. In the one-panel mode, you may only move to a panel next to the last panel that has been flipped over. It's game over if you can't move. In this mode, you can also earn more poker coupons than in the standard mode. Please do try this challenging mode. Well, how do I take this challenging mode? Okay, here we go. One panel mode. I wonder how this will work. Oh, is it it limits you? It's just no, you can only go one way. After that, you can't go back. Or something, I don't know. Hello, Balbasaur, why don't you come along? Ah, it really is. You can't go back. Oh wait, no, it would be pointless because you can't really anyway, really. So what difference does this one panel mode make? What's different about it? I can't really see any immediate difference. Ball pits. Okay. Join the team. Right. Bulbasaur, your time to kick some ass. much to say, really. We've been through this before, you know. Pretend blade. Bingo! Well, I think that's always been the case, though, hasn't it? I don't get it. What's the difference? It's like you obviously can't go back the way you came because you cleared these ones, so you can only go up and down. And I don't think there was ever a point where you could go diagonally. Maybe there was, but I don't think it was actually. So, what's the point of that? Oh wait, I get it now. It's that's what it means. One panel. I get it now. It's like, oh, once you get to a panel, you can't go. Oh fuck! If that's the case, I've just fucked myself here, haven't I? Would it even be possible to go up and then back down? Oh man, I did not think that through, did I? Ooh, balls. Ooh, balls. Ooh, balls. Let's give it a shot anyway. Sorry, Charmander, but you're in my way, which is out of range. Jesus Christ, Charmander, what the hell? Swirly eyes. Pretend blade. Yeah, it looks like you can't go down after that. So we exit and we try again. Well, I'd say it makes sense to start probably from the top. So, take on the water first. Poliwag, I guess, welcome aboard the team. Another ball. Come join the team. I'm just now realizing I just freaking did that completely wrong. Bingo! I was thinking of the, I really should have just... I can't believe I put that out. That was so obvious. Move down here. Already got a water slide. mode really is, you know, a bit more challenging. I mean, imagine if I went through all of them on one panel mode. This LP would probably exceed 100 parts because of how long they take. Exactly. Right. Bullywag, your time to shine. Gently. Charmander, now it's just your time to shine. Just like, why not just catch the Bulbasaur? Can't be arsed. Or can I? Can I be arsed? Can I be bothered with this? Oh, fuck it, why not? Just completely negates what I just said. Because we're gonna need a grass type to deal with those water types, really, aren't we? I mean, Dragonite could, but, you know, can't rely on Dragonite for everything on this. Bingo! Plus the 2, that means you get 3. So technically, Dragonite could solo them, really. You're gonna need you at least once. And I'm gonna need Bulbasaur at least twice to live. Let us go with... Actually, we could also like kind of go like 1 down, then across and up, then across, then down, and across and up. But then we wouldn't get our, you know... Well, actually, yeah, we would, actually, now I think about it. So we would be able to get bingos much easier that way. Sounds like a sound plan, actually. Let's do that. How did I... Return Flare, you know, I just like thought Bulbasaur is technically the first Pokemon in the Pokédex. How surreal is that when you really think about it? With how far the series has come. I think like I think it might have been Rhydon or something. I think a year was the first Pokemon that was ever actually designed, which is also surreal in itself. But think how far the series has come nowadays. We got so many Pokemon that I don't even know all the names anymore. I mean, it's like, I like probably could name all the Kanto region, probably not completely by number. Could do the probably same with the Johto, the Hoenn region, to a lesser extent some of the Sinnoh region. But beyond that, it just gets bloody confusing for me, because, you know, I skipped out on 2 generations of the series. Anyways, retired and flayed and shit. Trico, the very first Pokemon I ever had, potentially. That is assuming if my memory is right and Pokemon Sapphire might have been the first Pokemon game I ever played. I remember actually playing, first experience with the handheld was like someone else's, and I start a new game and it's like something you should not do, but I didn't save, so cancels that out at least. And I chose Trico then as well. So my first Pokemon was Altrica or was Espin and Umbreon. I don't know which came first, Pokemon Colosseum or Pokemon Sapphire for me. I remember kids playing it in the schoolyard when I was still in school, but I never actually played the game until a few years after, I think. Anyways, rambling. Who the hell do you think you are? I'm from the original Under 50, bitch! Gently. Bingo! I say, sir, Bulbasaur. It's like, what about freaking Charmander? Well, we're going in this kind of order here. We're gonna go here, then we're gonna go up, then we're gonna go across, then we're gonna come down, and that's when we're gonna need Charmander. Then we'll go across and then up, and we will be done with this, card. Squirtle versus Bulbasaur. What makes me think of the anime is just like in the games you only get one, but Ash he was like, no, I can catch them all because God catch them all, except he never does because he only catches a few Pokemon and he always puts them in storage and just brings Pikachu along with him in every new season and shit like that. And to be fair, that kind of happens in the games in general, right? Isn't it? You start fresh every time. But still, it's like, it makes Ash look like he just doesn't give a shit about his other Pokemon. It's like, I'll just leave them with Oak and, like, just take Pikachu with me. It was the first Pokemon I got, so I'm bringing him along. It makes sense in that way. But then you got, like, his Pokemon like Bulbasaur and all that. And it didn't even evolve Bulbasaur, if I recall. Like Charizard, that happens, and Squirtle didn't evolve. He doesn't really have many of his starters evolve, really, does he? Clearly doesn't use them in battle enough to level up. That makes you wonder, like, every time they send Team Rocket flying off, do they get XP for that? Retarded Blade. The only reason Pikachu hasn't evolved is because you need the stone for it, and I think there was one episode where he thought about that and decided against it. I don't know though, it's been many years. And I don't think I really watched, like, many episodes, really. Because you know how TV is, they don't, like, I watched it. What? The electric just switched off. It just switched back on. Okay, that cancelled out just about everything I just did. Capscard was still recording though, so that's good. But that kind of just fucked over my game! God damn it! And I have to get up to turn my TV on. It's like we're back in the dark ages of TV here. You know why? Because none of my remotes seem to work for the bloody TV, so I can't even hear the audio coming from the game anymore. It's on the capture card though, so I can at least see the game, but that was some BS. I was near completed on that. I was so close. And then the electric just went off and came back on, and I was just like, what the fuckity fuck? So I guess we're gonna do this without music. Well, soundtrack, anything, no audio. Well, there'll be audio, because the cap's gone. But I can't hear the audio because I have that music. I'm recording. So I'm literally just looking at a capture card for this, with no audio, and it feels weird. Because I can't even go along to the music where I'd be like... So So I don't even know what bloody this is like. It completely ruins the immersion for me. Wait, this is flipped off differently this time. It really is randomized, I guess. Ooh, flippity flip. Flippity flip flip flip. Let's go with this. Cyndaquil. You know what makes it also more of a pain in the asses? Well, to be fair, it's still recording, so I can probably do it from an earlier point. But the thing is, when it comes to editing, I've got the video, right, captured with a capture card, but I record my commentary separately with Audacity at the exact same time. Well, not the exact same time, there's a bit of delay, inevitably, when pressing record for the capture card and record for Audacity. I don't freaking have, like, it's impossible to click on both, really, isn't it? It's like, if it was just like a control pad or something, you just like click on the two buttons. I could probably do that. But with this, I have to drag my mouse over, and there's a bit of delay when it comes to it. So I have to sync up the audio. And what helps with the audio is that the audio coming from my TV can, like, if I turn the volume up fully, like when editing, and lower the volume on this capture card bits, I can try to find a key point where it sounds like it's syncing up, essentially. Usually like when it's fading out from something, or fading into something, because that's like very distinct and gives me a chance to sync it up properly. But with the TV off, I can't do that. So that's a bit of a piss up. I mean, I could try, well, like I just said, essentially, it doesn't really matter, because you go like 16, 17 minutes with the TV on, so there's bound to be a point in time where it's like, I just realized, I was gonna capture Cyndaquil, but then I was rambling and forgot what I was doing. And grew tired and fled, and so yeah, but still, that sucks. That sucks. And it also sucks that I knocked out that poor Cyndaquil. I was trying to capture that one. Oh! Oh! That was shit, that was. Let's do this properly. Capture the Cyndaquil. Ridiculous, man. And I know I could get up and turn TV on, but as I've stated a number of times when it comes to recording with this capture card, is how sensitive the lead is. slightest movement could disconnect it. So if I get off the bed, get up to so much as move up to the TV, it'll probably be like, oh, disconnected. And it would suck. Frame rate's not very strong, is it? But at least I got the job done. Oh yeah, retired flash. We're gonna have to go around in an awkward way here. We're gonna have to go all the way up, then down, then up, then across, then down. Fucking, I just realized another bloody water type. Just really puts the damper on things right here. Shit. Yeah. Guess we got no choice. We're gonna have to catch another bloody water type. Welcome aboard, Crocodile. Yeah, just like now I'm thinking, it's like with the audio, right? When the freaking electric went off, just like thinking, it could have potentially desynced the audio right there and then. Potentially. Because the console was off and then it shuts back on. So there's potential desyncing, and I've got no way of telling whether it's in sync or not. That's a pain in the ass. Okay, here's how I'll do it. On the count of 3, when I get to 0, that will be when I click on Cyndaquil. And that will be the point where I know where it's in sync or not. 3, 2, 1, 0. There. Maybe a little bit of delay, but you know, you gotta make these reference points for yourself when editing. Heck, it even happens with Higurashi, on my VN channel. I mean, I record that off the laptop. It's the only LP I've got going at the moment where I can just do that, record with Camtasia, easy. And even that goes out of sync sometimes if I record for too long. Well, the most inconvenient thing about this is, if I record for like 50 minutes or so, Camtasia's all like, I can't take that file size, could you put it through Movie Maker for me first? It's gonna take me all day for one video. I mean, compare that to Higurashi where I just mentioned, and it's like, I'd like pretty much completed the Tatari Goroshi arc now. Like on my VN channel, I was like old for October. There wasn't much left of the arc at that point, record-wise, but it still had quite a bit left. Over a 2-hour record session, and I edited all in one evening. That's how easy it is to edit. And it doesn't take long to save either, retired and flat. While these videos on our hand, they take up more space, and inevitably they also take up more time to save. Bingo. Dragonair is gonna have to take care of the water types by itself, I guess. There can be no other way. I feel like I'm recording for freaking Resident Evil here. Loads of awkward silences. But for me now, it's like, because there's no audio coming from TV, it feels like you'll probably pick up more noise in the background, and my nephew running occasionally back and forth and being loud. It's like, no, I don't want that to pick up on the audio. Gritted blade. Happens sometimes though. I remember one of the most awkward interruptions I got from my nephew in the past was when I was LPing Silent Hill 3. I was in the middle of a boss fight, you know, intense, scary shit, and I was like, pause, and it's like, that was just like, I can imagine if he's just like, hey, what are you playing there? It's like, a game that you shouldn't play for many years, preferably begun, essentially. Otherwise, you may potentially be scarred for life. I mean, there are worse games to freaking, like, see as a kid, really, isn't it? But still, I remember seeing Silent Hill 2 in a magazine and just, like, looking at it as a kid and being like, what is this game? It's kind of creepy looking. And it was indeed. And it was a bingo plus another bonus point, which makes 2. So we're gonna need Cyndaquil. We're gonna need Dragonair as well to get that water toy bastard up there. And then we're gonna need them again immediately after that, really. This is a real awkward situation I've got myself into here. So, I'll take care of the grass giant with Cyndaquil. Return plant. Can you imagine if you were growing plants one day in your garden and a Bulbasaur suddenly just popped out of nowhere? I think it'd probably have to be high, though. That's probably what you'd imagine you'd be if you saw something like that. Just like, but Pokemon aren't real, though. I mean, a lot of Pokemon are based on real things. I mean, Poliwag is based off of a tadpole, clearly. But I think it was a specific type of tadpole. Bulbasaur is clearly a dinosaur of some sort. Remoraid, I'm pretty sure, is based off of a fish. Well, obviously, but I can't remember. I'm not sure what fish. And Tardile, obviously, crocodile. It's in the name. And I'm rambling again, so let's focus, because if I don't focus, I will forget what the hell I'm doing and get myself into a shittier situation than I already am in this bingo table of fate. I would have thought just having a lack of audio just like ruins my concentration here. Rootside and flared, man, my nephew is loud. That's kids for you, really, isn't it? Very noisy. Then again, it's more, you know, distinctly noisy if there's no other sound. I mean, there's my fan, you can hear that, and occasionally a bird, but that's it. That's all the sound I hear outside of, you know, my nephew making the occasional noise outside. Not outside as in outdoors, but outside as in the same house, but not in the room. My train of thought has just been ruined by the lack of soundtrack, I say. Dragonair, kick some ass. Come on. This part's been failed. You know, it's a good thing Dragonair is well-rounded here at Return Blade. I mean, it can take on any of these Pokemon more or less. So if you screw up like I have, you can just do that. Bingo! 2 bingos in 1. Never gonna need your aid. And, well, we're gonna need Totodile. Just like Remoraid. Maybe, actually maybe not, you don't get your chance ever, because you're not needed here. He's like, that just sounds mean! What do you mean I'm not needed here? You Totodile favoritism, you son of a bitch! And just like, with no sound, it really does feel more awkward commentating on this. Because all I can hear, really, like I said, is the fan and all that, but I can also hear my voice. I mean, I can always hear my voice when I'm commentating. But when there's other, you know, the soundtracks from the game, it gives a clear indication. Just like, I just imagine someone walking past, it's just like, is he recording or just rambling to himself? It gives that clear indication, but there's no audio. I mean, none of this will make it any different, really. I mean, it's gonna have audio in the video itself, but here I am recording without it, though. Oh, that reminds me, back when I LP'd Planet, Fuku's route, so I remember that's like partway through the soundtrack stopped working, so I had to insert it myself. But while I was recording it, there was no soundtrack. So that was awkward as well, Gridine Fled, but that was years ago. And when I inserted a soundtrack for it, it actually worked out quite well. It seemed like there wasn't even a difference, because I was trying to pick the appropriate soundtracks that would work for the scene and shit. Bingo! And obviously use the actual soundtrack, so that helped as well. Anyways, I'm rambling on and on and on and on and on, but that's kind of what I do. Look at Remoraid, you get a chance to pick up something. Hooray! Now you will be on standby. Boo! Cyndaquil will solo everyone. But first, Totodile must kick some ass. Ooh, cheek. Now I have a question. How do these water Pokemon essentially bring up a giant wave out of nowhere? I mean, I can imagine like moves like Hydro Pump, and even then it still kind of feels weird for Tanfled, but Surf? Where's the water come from? I mean, they're not exactly like... Well, even if they're a big-ass giant Pokemon, how the hell can they bring that water out of nowhere? Then again... Don't question it, it's just a game. A game where you battle with various creatures. Just thinking about it just makes it sound weird. It really is when you think about it. Bingo! Well, for your efforts, Dragonair will give you an extra point. For no apparent reason. Cyndaquil. Kick some ass. I mean, Pokemon means pocket monsters, which makes sense, you know, they go in the ball. But it's just like monsters, though. I mean, some of them kind of look like monsters. But I guess, you know, pocket creatures just wouldn't have the same ring to it, really, would it? It's like Digimon, digital monsters. It's just like, yeah, some Digimon also look like monsters, but not all of them. But digital creatures wouldn't sound quite as catchy, would it? Return Fled. Bingo! Yeah, why not get extra points in the grill? Didn't mean to do that, but yeah, go with it. Down. Just the way you say that, it's like making think of freaking Persona 4. It's down, as Teddy would say. Redundant Lads. So I haven't played the golden version, and I've had that for a couple of years now. I've had it since I got the bloody PS Vita. I don't even have many games for it. Then again, I remember looking up like games for the PS Vita, and it's really barren. It's just like not as many games as you think would have been released for it. It's like they just kind of gave up on it, like probably 1 year into it. There are still like games being released for it, but it's mostly like, I'm not sure if it's like the Japanese games get an English release or not, but apparently the PS Vita is like, it's not region locked, I think. So you can pretty much get out games, and they seem to be the only ones making games. But then again, I got World of Final Fantasy on the PS Vita, I think last year, and that's kind of recent-ish, and that was in English. I don't know, maybe they do translate them. I don't know, but either way it goes, clear the bingo. Congratulations, you flipped every panel the fuck off. Congratulations, you completed the Dragonair card. Let's see, you have 10 complete bingo lines. We'll add up the remaining AP, and that's about as many, and you've earned this. Wow. That was something, I guess. Actually, let's check to see if it's added a second star to it. Ooh, it has. Ooh. Why is it blue? You know what? As an extra added bonus, let's fail at this one. Let us splash into the hearts of bingo. That sentence didn't make any sense. How about round? Just pick any old Pokemon and don't care. Don't want to get this part after 50 minutes, you know. I'm gonna catch wherever this one is as well, why not? Alright, Weezing, let's see if you can handle this. Evidently not. So, with that, let's exit. Thank you for playing. This time we haven't earned any perk coupons. We don't have that. We have a different rule for the one panel card. Anyways, I will see you next time, viewers, for when we do something different. So I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.